name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Amen.
55 years ago this summer, a group of Pittsburgh movers and shakers in the world of business and industry were having dinner at the Duquesne Club in downtown Pittsburgh, and the conversation turned to the Renaissance of the city. Pittsburgh had been one of America's most run-down and smog-filled cities until it was transformed in the 50s and 60s into really one of the most beautiful. And Sam Shoemaker, director of Calvary Church in Pittsburgh, made the comment, "It takes more to renew a city than fixing up its buildings. There has to be a renaissance of the human spirit." Sam loved to make provocative comments like that, what does that mean? And he proposed that they go on a 30-day prayer experiment to invite God into the details of their business life and their family life. And let's get together 30 days from now and see what happened. They got back together, and there were amazing stories of the way that God had answered prayer. People who had never thought about asking him to come into those private details had testimonies to tell. And so began the Pittsburgh experiment, which continues to this present time. We had a guy in our parish in Sewickley who ran a little printing business, kind of like Walt Willis, and it was about to go belly up. And he put a little 3x5 card on the bulletin board and invited anybody who wished to join him 30 minutes before business began each day for prayer and Bible study. To his amazement, virtually everybody showed up. It was not a command performance, but everybody came. To his further amazement, most of the employees were already Christian, and they'd never talked about it. And as they began to pray together, God not only turned that business around, but drew into a living relationship with himself some of the employees who hadn't been Christian previously. So we had our own little mini Pittsburgh experiment. Jesus meets Peter, James, and John, and probably Andrew at their point of need in their business. And I want to note 4 things. Number 1, he's more eager to help them than they are to believe him. He knows their business better than they do. He knows our business better than we do. Number 2, his blessing comes as they obey. Good to remember that. Doesn't make any sense. If you haven't caught fish in the cool of the morning, you're not going to catch them in the heat of the day, but they obey, and they get the blessing. Number 3, as they invite him into their business, they become changed men, or at least they begin to. And number 4, the real business of life is catching men and women for the kingdom of God. He gave them success in business only to call them away from that business into something infinitely more important. You've got to be careful about inviting Jesus into your business. He just might invite you into his.